Hello everyone. So today we are going to continue with our discussion about variations, and we are going to discuss the second kind, which is the inverse variation. So inverse variation means if variables change disproportionately, or when one of the variables increases, the other one decreases, by which the behavior of the variables is just the opposite of direct variations. Then it is called as inverse variations. So here we have statements na susundan natin in solving problems involving inverse variation. First is y varies inversely as x, or x varies inversely as y. Second, y is inversely proportional to x, or x is inversely proportional to y. So this means that if y varies inversely as x, or y is inversely proportional to x, it is expressed as an equation of the form y is equal to k over x. And if x varies inversely as y, or x is inversely proportional to y, it is expressed as an equation of the form x is equal to k over y, where k is the constant of variation or the constant of proportionality. Therefore, k is equal to yx, or k is equal to xy respectively. Some situation that represent inverse variation para mas madali nating maintindihan kung ano ba talaga ang inverse variation. First is, more men at work, less time is taken to finish the work. So, ibig sabihin, man increase, time decrease. Tumataas ang bilang ng mga tao magtatrabaho, mas maikling oras ang magagamit para matapos ang isang trabaho. Next, less men at work, more time is taken to finish the work. So, dito naman, we have man decrease, time increase. So, ibig sabihin, bumaba ang bilang ng mga taong magtatrabaho, then, tataas naman ngayon ang number of hours o yung hahaba yung oras para matapos ang isang trabaho. Then, next situation, we have more speed, less time is taken to cover the same distance. So, ibig sabihin, speed increase, time decrease. Then, last situation, less speed, more time is taken to cover the same distance. So, this means that speed decrease, time increase. So, for example, dito, we are going to Baguio. Ngayon, pag binilisan ng driver ang kanyang pagdadrive, then makakarating tayo ng Baguio sa konting oras or sa mas maikling oras. 'Di ba? Ngayon, kung babagalan naman ng driver ang kanyang pagpapatakbo ng sasakyan, ibig sabihin magiging mahaba yung oras ng ating pag-travel. So, yan ang ibig sabihin ng inverse variation. Pag ang isang variable ay mababa, tataas ang isang variable. Kapag tumaas naman ang isang variable, then the other variable will decrease. Now, let us solve problems involving inverse variation. The first one is, y varies inversely as x. Y is equal to 5 and x is equal to 4. Find the constant of variation and the inverse variation equation. So we are going to follow the formula in inverse variation, which is y is equal to k over x. So let us substitute now the value of y, which is 5. Then this is equal to k over the value of x, which is 4. Then, to get the value of k, we will use cross multiplication. So the denominator of 5 here is 1. So multiply lang ang k by 1. The answer is k. Then i-multiply ang 5 and 4. And the answer is 20. So k now, or the constant of variation, is 20. And the inverse variation equation is y is equal to k over x, or we have xy is equal to k. Example number 2, y varies inversely as x. Y is equal to 3 and x is equal to 9. Find the constant of variation and the inverse variation equation. Then find y when x is equal to 18. So again, we have the formula y is equal to k over x. So substitute lang natin ang value ng y and x in this equation. So we have now 3 is equal to k over 9. Then use cross multiplication. So k now is equal to 27. So the constant of variation is 27. Then let us continue muna with our problem. Find y when x is equal to 18. So since given na ngayon si constant of variation at hahanapin naman natin ang y, so substitute na natin ang value ng x and k. So y now is equal to k is 27, then x is 18. So the value of y now is 3 over 2. And the inverse variation equation is, syempre we have y is equal to k over x, or xy is equal to k. Next example, y varies inversely as x. Y is equal to 1/2 and x is equal to 3/4. Find the constant of variation and the inverse variation equation. So formula, y is equal to k over x. Substitute y, which is 1/2. Then this is equal to k over 3/4. By cross multiplication, we have now y is equal to 1/2 multiplied by 3/4. Then we have 1 multiplied by 3 is equal to 3. Then 2 multiplied by 4 is 8. So the constant of variation is 3 over 8. Then the inverse variation equation is y is equal to k over x, or xy is equal to k. And for our last example for today's topic, which is the inverse variation, we have a car is traveling a distance of 150 kilometers. How long will it take to the car if it will travel 30 kilometers per hour and 50 kilometers per hour, and the last one is 60 kilometers per hour. So since ang pinag-uusapan dito is about the distance, so we will use the formula d is equal to rt. So to get t, we will just divide d by r, then RT by R. So, T now is equal to D over R. Then, substitute lang. So, T is equal to D, which is 150 kilometers. Then, R is 30 kilometers. Then, divide 150 by 30 to get T. T now is 5. So, ibig sabihin, the car will travel 150 kilometers within 5 hours. Then, second, T is equal to 150 is the distance over the speed or the rate of 50 kilometers per hour. So, divide 150 by 50. The answer is 3. So, ibig sabihin, the car will travel 150 kilometers within 3 hours. And the last one is T is equal to 150 divided by 60. Then, 150 divided by 60 is equal to 2.5. So, ibig sabihin, the car will travel 150 kilometers within 2.5 hours. Kung ang rate ng car is 60 kilometers per hour.